Good day, grade 7. Today we will learn how to read a comic strip. Now, a comic strip is a visual text. A visual text is something you look at as well as something you read. When we look at this comic strip, we see that there is something to look at and there is something to read. This makes a visual text also a multimodal text. A multimodal text means that there are multiple modes or multiple aspects to a visual text. Multiple meaning more than one, aspects, parts. In other words, there are pictures as well as words. In other words, there are two aspects in this 7 comic strip. How do we know who is speaking in a comic strip? This is very easy. It is either being indicated by a line that connects the words to the character, or it is indicated by a speech bubble. We can also make use of a thought bubble to show what the character is thinking. Let's look at our example. In pictures 1 and 2, we can see that there are speech bubbles indicating what this character is saying. In the third picture, we see that there is a thought bubble indicating what this character is thinking. Grade 7. How do we know what the characters think or feel? This is indicated by the expressions on their faces. Now let's look at the expression on this boy's face. We see that his eyes are huge. We see that his eyebrows are lifted, and most probably he is saying, "Oh." There are also question marks around his head. All of this tells us that this boy is confused. In the second picture, we see that this boy has a huge smile on his face, showing that this boy is happy. In the third picture, we see that there are lines or exclamation marks around this man's head. We see a huge frown on his forehead. We also see that his mouth is unhappy. If this picture was in color, his face would have most probably been red, meaning that this character is angry. Let's look at this poster. Does the poster on the right mean that you can listen on your cell phone when you drive? Absolutely not. Do you ever see people using cell phones when they are driving? Of course we do, and we see it quite often. Grade 7, is it a good thing that people are not allowed to use their cell phones when they are driving? Of course it's a good thing, because using a cell phone while driving might cause accidents. Let's look at this comic strip called Mama Taxi. Mama Taxi indicating that the person driving the taxi is called Mama. We can see Mama sitting in the taxi. We also see a traffic officer. How do we know that it's a traffic officer? We know it by his uniform, by the writing pad in his hand, as well as the motorcycle behind the taxi. Let's read what's happening in this comic strip. "This will cost you talking on the cell while driving," the traffic officer says. Mama replies, "I wasn't talking, I was listening." We can see that Mama's words have no effect on the traffic officer because he keeps on writing. After giving Mama the fine, Mama replies, "Isn't that a bit cheaper?" Meaning, isn't the fine for listening to on your phone cheaper than talking on your phone? Let's look at the expression of the traffic officer. We see the lines above his head, and we see the drop of his jaw, indicating that he is shocked or surprised by Mama's words. Seeing the traffic officer's reaction, Mama shows that she's scared or afraid. Grade 7, do you see how the pictures as well as the expressions on the faces of the characters, indicate what is happening in a comic strip. I would like you now to complete the questions on this comic strip, and I hope that you will all have a lovely day. Goodbye.